Hello, everyone. Hello, and we're
Hi.
back with
Hello.
we're back with week 2 of Tides of Change, the Dungeon World campaign that we started last week and ran over for nearly 2 hours. It was great. Hopefully, we'll get the video up or some form of video up for it sometime this week. But yeah, we'll go around the table again, clockwise as usual. So on my screen, this is so Weefs. If you'd like to say hello.
Hello, I'm Weefs. I have been learning how to use Voice Meter Banana, and I'm not entirely sure if my voice is coming through right now.
It is.
I think it is. It's coming through for you guys. Is it coming through the stream? I don't know. I guess so. Anyway, hello.
Yeah, I just turned on the stream so they can hear you.
Perfect.
Andy?
Hi, I'm Andy. This week I've been messing around with silicone and plaster and all sorts of messy stuff. And I've also a Patreon page as well, so that's all good.
Woo!
Wookie?
Okay, this week it's all been home improvement and buying houses.
And Claytor?
Streaming Ark and Digimon and filling dumpsters full of crap.
Like just
We're preparing to move.
General crap or
getting
actual shit?
Yeah.
Actual, like,
Pooing in dumpsters.
getting rid of stuff that should have been gotten rid of years ago. Like broken picnic benches, broken flower pots, broken fences, broken things that should have never been bought.
I have that. I feel you. I have the same family that collects dumb shit that they got for free. And it's always for a project that they will never, ever do.
His mom is
for like 25 years.
His mom is an antique dealer, and there's just so much to deal with. So much.
So, what we're going to be doing just before we jump into the actual continuing the story, we're just going to do some minor bits that I need to get done with players, mainly establishing maybe their hometown and their hometown regions, and I think that will be all we'll do this evening for that, and then we'll keep adding to it, or I'll add some more bits to it next week during the week and stuff. But the idea that I want to do is set up regions with sort of name parameters behind it, as in like a general naming theme for humans and or whatever, and so basically I can generate, depending on what region the players are in, I can turn to a random list of names. So if they bump into someone, I can just roll for a random name or pick a random name and name every person in that they ever run into, so that at least the theme of the area ties in with the name that they meet, rather than they're in some random thing and they run into Bob the Builder or whatever. The Builder. or Postman Pat.
Nothing wrong with Postman Pat.
What about Tourette's Terry?
Or Tourette's Terry, yes. So, as I was saying before we started, I think the person we need to start with is Weefs.
Hello. Yeah, Shara
Hello.
is from, I have this written down, Caravana, which is a city in Turnthil. And we need to get that on the map, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was north of it. So I'm thinking, she did say it was a trading town. So I'm thinking somewhere around, how do I ping the map?
Do you click it?
You can even. You should be able to just draw on the map as well.
There we go.
If you just grab if you look on the toolbar, there's a paintbrush. If you just go freehand and just in your own color and select a color, if you have to, just put an X or just put a W or something so that I know it's yours.
Well, I started with an X.
Okay.
Can I use text? There used to be a text tool. There it is.
Yeah, there is a text tool. And what I'll do is maybe even perhaps during a break, I could even just update the map. It won't take too long to update. I just need to make sure that I don't do the mistake I did last time and copy over the original map, because then I can always, if something goes wrong, I can always fall back on the previous map. Okay, so that is the region of Tanfield. Tanfield. All right, I'm gonna. Oh god, I'm gonna have to open up Word. Where's Word? File. Open. Where's my region?
Planning, folks.
I made loads of. I turned all those. I turned all those things into like. I turned them all into like Word documents so that so I could like just just write it all out. Okay.
What things?
What? Eh?
You said you turned all those things into Word documents. What things?
Yeah, on the Perils of the World. They did loads of sheets. Like they did dungeon records, monster records, region records, steading records. So I just turned them all into Word documents so I can just like write on them.
Okay.
So let me just go back to Roll20. Right, let's have a look what we got to do. Discuss where you are in terms of fiction. Have you start with the play with the youngest character? Okay, so you had so Reeves has added her region. We'll fill that out. We'll probably fill most of it out off stream. That's all right. But I've just got that made up. What's next? We'll save this.
Wait, I thought I was a lot further down the map than I was.
How far down the map are you?
I'm like in the middle.
That is true. But I mean, it is quite a squat map. It's
True.
more wider than it is longer.
That'll be fine. It's a trading town, nice and central. It's great.
Okay. It's also quite close to where you've headed off on a venture.
Yeah.
Okay, who was next? Who out of you lot, who was also north of?
I think it was me, wasn't it?
Yeah, with your and I think So where Andy? Where did you want to place?
Well, I said it was an island, didn't I? So
Mhm.
there is an island that is just sort of northwest of where we've just placed her town. So I'm going to go with. Where's the text? I'm going to go with here. Like that. And then make it a bit bigger. And then we'll put the tower in the middle. So that was Grey Hill Tower.
I don't see Andy's markings anywhere.
It's northwest
I
of
can.
mine.
I'm just going to make the text a bit bigger. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I think I used 32 for the island name and 20 for the...
Oh, there it is. I
Town.
see it now. It just blends in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't let me reselect it now.
Change color to something.
Yeah.
That's all right.
James,
I can see it. I'll fix it on the map when it becomes.
if you use a select tool, then you could grab it with that, and then you get the edit box.
Yeah, you can double click it and it'll edit it.
There you go.
There we go. And then we'll just make that a bit bigger so people can see it. There we go.
All right, cool. If you just put an X on what tile you wanted Grey Hill Tower to be at,
I can do that.
just grab the freehand thing and just draw it. Just put an X down. Okay, cool.
Hey.
And then Claytor.
Yo. Okay. So I was thinking here. And
Okay.
That
Because
is...
you got two places to place.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's gonna be Gemrold. Where's the
Okay.
typing one?
If you hover over the paint tool, there's text. You can click on that.
Yeah.
Ah, text. Color. Oh, God damn it. I had the good green. It doesn't work. Fine. Blue? Oh, it won't let me reselect it. That's great.
If you double click on it.
Oh, double click on it?
Yeah.
Ah, forget it.
Double clicking doesn't work for me. If I go to the
Yeah.
arrow above the eye,
Yeah, if you
then I
use-
can
sorry, if you-
select it there.
Use the select tool and double click on it. It'll let you change it.
There it goes. Okay. There. And then freehand. So boom, boom, boom. And this is Brickwick.
So they're really close to each other then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're only like 2 days, because each hex is a day's travel. Well, obviously through mountains it will take a bit longer, but it's roughly 2 days. If you could fly, it'd be like 2 days. Well, yeah, 2 days travel.
Yeah. It's that's why they trade with each other.
Okay, because you said it was landlocked as well, didn't you? I think.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, and what's the island called, or the region? Didn't you come up? You came up with a name for the region.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I don't think I had one.
I don't think I had one for the region.
Well,
Because I didn't jump Brickwick.
Tantil, it would be the region for you, Reese.
Yeah, I have one. I didn't have one
Temple.
written down for Carl.
Yeah.
Google Translate will be your friend for this.
Google Translate.
Because you said there's a dynamic
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
dynamic sort of name convention there.
Let me see. Where's German? Oh, whoops. I need to go the other way. I'm stupid. Type in German. What is it in English?
German?
English. Yeah, German.
It's the land of strudel.
The land of strudelery.
I feel like Strudeland is a perfectly good name. Strudeland.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
What have you got?
Where are you? Arial. There. I'll change it to black. There. Ah, no. Fine. I hate you.
That's fine.
Oh, look. I can rotate it.
Machnell.
Mashnell. There.
No.
It means
Nazi.
it means machinery.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so we've got the island of Michelle. Michelle? What?
Michelle.
Machnell.
Mishnell. Dormer Island and Tantil at the moment. So things will be added. I'll probably decide where borders and stuff, because Tantil will probably have a few other islands under its sort of sway.
Do we
probably,
want to mark on where the ruins are as well? I know they were by the
yeah, certainly.
volcano. But
Ruins are there.
did we get a
My
name for
lovely
those? In the
jungle.
end?
I haven't decided on a name yet.
Okay.
What name did we have? We had
Yeah,
four.
listed
We
like
had
6. Yeah.
I did type them out. So I was so busy doing loads of other things that I completely forgot to select a name.
I've pinned your list of names, so you should be able to grab it there.
Oh shit, I don't know how pins work.
You click on the pin icon.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah. So we had Komora, Rulaz, Gunderville, Carmis, Liss Village, and that's the names that we had. We didn't get any names from yourself, Andy. Do you have any calls for because they're going to be, one's going to be for the ruined city and one's going to be for the nearby village that I've decided it's a small fishing village, and that's there.
No. Is the
Right.
answer to your question? Any of those is fine.
All right. I'm going to go for Camis for the actual main place.
Cool.
Just because it sounds
For
old.
the tower. Or whatever.
It's not
it was.
tower. The ruins.
Yeah. The ruined city, that's it.
Oh dear. It's really small. What did you go for? 22?
22 for the location, yeah. 20, apparently.
Okay, Camis, there we go. Oh, do we want that there? Put that there. And then next one. And then what should we call? So we've either got Gunderville or Liss Village. What about Gunder Village?
I like Gunder Village.
Gunder Village.
Gunder Village.
Gunda.
Oh shit. There we go. Oh bollocks.
What are you doing?
Adding things that don't need to be
Making a
added.
mess.
I am. I'm allowed to. It's my map. I made it. Well, I didn't. I just hit random. Making me a random map. And then
Islands
edited
on
it.
Yeah.
No, I just chose many islands. The other thing I just want to establish as well, the things that hang off the edge are actually connected to the mainland.
What things that hang off the edge?
So the land masses that hang off the edge, so they're not considered islands.
Okay.
Are actually part of the mainland.
Right.
So there's quite a bit of it that wraps around and stuff like that. But yeah, it just gives you an idea. If I had the money to buy the actual full version of the map maker, I could like extend the map out and add more bits to it as we go along. But at the
What
moment,
map maker is it that you use?
I'm using Hexographer.
Oh, right, okay. I've got all the campaign cartographer stuff.
I struggle with using them. They're really complicated to use. I found them really complicated to use because they use I think they use AutoCAD or something. This is just it's a little bit more straightforward, but I think it's about $30 for the full version. I just can't afford to do it at the moment. I mean, I might be able to save up some money, £1 a week or something, but until then, I'll have to wait. So that's all I wanted to establish. At least now we've got an idea of where things are. Weiss, what did you think? What was your naming convention for your area?
Eastern European.
So like
Russian and that.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Okay,
What's
cool.
wrong with that?
Well, you know how easy I pronounce things.
Well, I can't call everyone John.
Why not? What about Dave? Call everyone Dave. Everyone knows a Dave. So should we crack on from? We've actually, we did what we wanted to do. Should we start week 2 properly?
You're the GM.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to start week 2.
Well then.
Excellent.
So who would like to recap?
So we went to this temple. There was a giant thing at the door.
The library.
Library. That's what it was. Library. We let it in. Andy tried to fear it. It didn't like it.
It worked. It didn't like this. It didn't like the staff. Just because I was holding the staff. Yeah.
And you wouldn't let go of the stuff.
Couldn't let go of the staff.
We've got buried under books.
That was a great defense, by the way, to bury yourself in a pile of books.
Yeah,
It worked really well.
Unscratched.
It worked really, really well. I've been taking notes.
They said paper armor wasn't going to work.
Me,
Paper is just trees.
me and Brody and I dove under a shield, lifted the door off of Tyrette, and then I stabbed the beast in its belly. And then a whole bunch of other stuff happened. Weaves got buried. Tyrette landed on Weaves in the books. I tried hitting the thing again, and it didn't like me.
Tyrette cast a lot of magic missiles, so it finally stopped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tyrette was like magic missile everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, that creature is just resistant to magic. Like, yeah, it's just really.
Yeah, that was it. It certainly
I
wasn't
named
that
it,
you
by the
completely
way.
missed and hit me.
No.
Just
was a
after I
cunning
emerged
plan
from my
on-
pile of books.
Well, you should stay under the books.
I know that now.
Just looking for a pen. My pen's not working.
That's pretty much what I remember. And we were just recovering.
And eventually we defeated the beast. Huzzah!
But yeah, we won, which was great.
I sang a beautiful song.
You sang several beautiful songs, actually.
Yeah.
I was about to be mean, but I'm not going to be mean.
No. You're supposed to love the characters.
I do. Doesn't mean I can't be sarcastic.
If we have a convention against sarcasm, I'm just out right
We're
now.
in trouble, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll just be quiet the whole time.
Suddenly this becomes the mime stream.
I'm not sure you'd like the gestures that I'd have to make though.
What are you talking about? You're with your finger wiggler anyway.
That's true. That's true. So yeah,
Right.
so we managed to defeat it by I blinded it, and then we jumped up and
Tickled its
destroyed
nose a
it.
bit.
And, yeah, and then there was
I
a bit
didn't
of
kill
belly stabbing, and well, no, the magic got to it eventually, obviously, because the magic is the strongest force out there. So,
The
but
weave.
yeah, you guys definitely helped. You know, it would have taken me a couple more spells if not. So yeah, thank you.
I was totally there for moral support.
Oh yeah, well, you know, you certainly helped bring me back to fighting form, which allowed me to, you know, to
Pull the
finish the
door off
beast
him.
off. So yeah, well, that and
Oh
the,
yeah, you healed him.
yeah, the laying of hands.
Just so you know as well, it's early spring. So spring has just sprung. So the temperature, the weather is still all over the place. I don't know what it's like in America, but in England, the weather's all over the place at the moment. So that, you know, rainstorms happen whenever and high winds happen whenever. So yes, and it could have a cold snap and stuff. So it's still, you know, weather's still up in the air, and it's probably the sun is just starting to set as well. So after you finish battling this, I called it. After you finished fighting the Blight Cat,
Nice.
Blight cat.
you know, the sun, you know, the window, the remains of the windows in the library are sort of, you know, there's a faint red glow of the sun that is, you know, slowly descending down towards the horizon. And it's washed with colours and stuff. Now, what did the when you spoke to the mage? I'm going to pull up my
The Elven Sage.
which we named.
We did.
Does anyone remember it?
Yes, I'm just looking at the Google. I'm looking at the wiki page.
It
Yes.
was
No.
Elras. Elras.
Elras Tamsin. Tamsin, Tamcen. Is that pronounced
Yep.
right? Tamsin. An elven sage sent the party to the ruined city in week 1. Well, and week 2.
Well, it's Thompson, but she likes to feel fancy.
It's like bucket and bouquet. You know.
Yeah.
Chandelier. Chandelier.
So basically, so the sun is setting. In fact, I can hear an echo now as well. That's weird. So
Did you turn off the music in your stream?
I'm not in control. I'm not in control of the stream.
Oh, you don't have the stream up.
No, I don't even have it up. I've got chat up, but that's about it. So we've got you've been told that there is something housed within the library that this sage is very interested in getting.
Mhm.
He hasn't told you much.
Right.
The reason why he hired you, he's also paid for a ship as well. So there's a ship still waiting, sort of docked at the shipping village, the farming, not the farming. Fuck
Gunda
me,
village?
the fishing village of Gunda. Yep. That's that's waiting for you to return from your expedition. You've been given about a week because obviously if you don't come back, because it's quite this place isn't very well travelled to because of the dangers that lurk within the place that we just like the Blight Cat, Camis.
Hang on.
Yeah,
The place is like 3
I was
days
gonna say-
travel from Gunda village anyway.
yeah, but that's still 3 days travel.
Yeah, so
And
3 days
from
there and
like
a
back.
week
So we
just
get
to
1
walk.
day,
It's,
or the ship
Oh,
is
I-
leaving without us.
I was gonna say you might want to like reduce like the distance for each of those to like a half a day or something, because like that ends up being really big islands really quick.
I like really big islands.
I'm just saying, like
Technically, the
humans
world
can
is a
travel
giant
at about
island.
20 miles an hour, 15 to 20 miles an hour. So
That's right. Anyway, you got to travel as fast. You can only travel as fast as the slowest person anyway.
Yep.
And I mean, someone's got really little legs. Okay, just throw that out.
True. The elf.
I'm just saying, like you got a horse or something like that. That ends up being like each of those islands.
Well, I don't imagine there be much happening in the middle of the map. I imagine most of the game will happen around the edges on like shore towns, and only occasionally will you be heading in. All right, all right, we'll say that the boat will come back in about 2 weeks. They've dropped you off, and they'll be
Okay.
back in about 14 days to pick you up.
Yeah.
So that should give you plenty of time to get there, get back, rest up. If you need to do anything else, you can go do some other things if
Yeah,
needed
that
to be.
gives us 8 days to cock about.
So what are you doing? I mean, did when you spoke to the Elven Sage, did he? Is it a he? I assume it's a he. It is a
he, yeah.
A he name.
Yeah, exactly.
He did tell you that it's probably locked away somewhere, but he's not sure because he's never been there. He's only read about it from
So
from books of lore.
it might not actually even be here.
Maybe it's just rumors. He said.
Cool.
You know how these like book guys like, oh, I know everything. It's surely there, and they've never actually looked at it.
I know exactly what
You
the
know what
book
it-
guys are like.
it
He's looking.
It's
He's looking.
fake scribing. That's what it is.
The book he's looking for is the Book of the Weave.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
What's he want that for? I'm not sure.
Probably
I'm not
should
sure I
have
should let
asked
him have
him,
it.
shouldn't you?
I'll just keep it. It's fine.
But yeah, that's what he's looking for because he's told you that it does hold prophecies and stuff like that, and the book is the last person to lay eyes on it was about over, not a decade, about 1,000 years ago was the last person to lay eyes on it.
Okay.
But the city's been ruined for about 2,000 years.
Okay. Is the book itself inherently magical, or has it just got writings in it?
He's not sure. He suspects it could be magical inherently.
Okay.
So I think first thing, when the door came down, can we get it back up? Like, is it completely blown off? Like it broke off the hinges?
Well, the hinges, they were all rusted, so the hinges broke away. They literally just snapped apart. So unless you got welding gear, it's gonna they're just gonna be made. Unless you prop it up gently, but then if there's a slight bit of wind, it might blow over.
I think we should try to prop. I think we should try to prop the door back up because it's getting dark and there's probably more of these creatures around here.
Yeah.
So maybe we could like jam it up against the door and put some bookcases behind it or something.
I'm not going to deny that. Fuck ever fighting one of those things again.
So like, yeah, that's
the door. I don't think it was that bad.
Says you.
Well, he is the only one who actually got mauled by it.
Ah, that's true. But regardless, I like my limbs where they are.
There might be other nasties out there.
So let's like team effort here and like get this door jammed up and like shove some bookcases against it or whatever.
Okay.
We're gonna do the zombie proofing of the library.
Okay, I go over to one of the doors and try and pick it up.
I think it's going to be a team effort assist.
They are massive doors as well. If you imagine like they're just these huge, long doors. I don't know why they obviously overbuilt these places, but
it's a gesture of grandeur. It's designed to show you how much knowledge is contained within this place.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a massive room to contain it all.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of the books that are on display here are pretty much ruined and unreadable. They're only good for fire, well, not even firewood, but they'll be good at like starting a fire if you need to make a fire.
Well, at the very least, we could just jam a bunch of bookshelves over there.
Yeah,
might be the easier option. Let's just do that, and then. All right, dude. So, where's this book we're supposed to be finding?
It's around here somewhere.
Anyone see a card catalog? Is there a librarian's desk?
So that's a really good question. So we need to find out. When we came into the city, was there any other than this room? Did we just end up here after being chased here, or were we making our way here?
You noticed that the creature was stalking you. One of you by chance noticed, because these creatures, they're not something that just attacks outright. They generally prey on the weakest person in the, they'll go after the weakest member. Like most, because even though it's sort of a reptile cat, it still has sort of feline like instincts where it will go after the weakest creature. But who's got the high? Is it wisdom? I think is based on who's got the highest wisdom.
I've got 8.
It's definitely not me.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's probably Brody. Yeah.
Yeah, Brody, you spotted it in your stalking you guys, that you was probably all walking down one avenue and it was then on another avenue, just or on the buildings above. It was just out of your your eye, your straight on eyesight, but your somehow you picked up on your peripheral.
I don't think Brody's all that focused to begin with, so
looking around.
He's probably like, "Whoa, what?"
But yeah, you noticed, and it just basically once you saw that it was on you, you obviously all started to run, and then it's let on the chase. It came on the chase as they generally do. Once you get spooked, it will go after whoever was the weakest, probably least athletic person it was, that was who they were charged, going after.
It's probably
Might be you then.
me. Yeah.
My strength is terrible, but I'm sprightly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fast. I'm just not very strong.
But yeah, you ended up basically. It was the only main building that was intact.
Okay.
You may have known that through some books of lore that you've read or something, but you know that one of the main buildings that is mostly intact is the grand library of Camis.
So this book of the Weave, if it's a book on prophecy, it's probably in the histories of the College of Magic. Is that right?
Possibly, but this library does predate the full the. Do you want to give me a spout lore roll, please?
Yeah. How do I do that?
So if you look at basic moves,
Yeah.
and just read it out for me, spout lore.
Once it zooms in. When you consult your accumulated knowledge about something, so roll int. So just click on the dice next to my int, do I?
Yes, please.
Come on, dice, be nice to me today.
Be good.
Please, dice.
7, which isn't bad. So on a 7 to 9, the GM will only tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. So from all your book knowledge and stuff that you've gathered over the years, and we'll define how you found out about this anyway when we get to it. But you know that this this city predates the Weave.
Okay.
And you know that this book would, because it's so valuable, would not be on display in the main library. It would be housed away somewhere else.
Okay. Do I know if books on prophecy themselves tap into the Weave?
They generally do, yes.
Okay.
So before we continue, how do you know this? So how did you learn this?
It's the mage who runs, or the head mage at Grey Hill Tower is a specialist in prophecy.
And what was his name?
That's a good question. Give me 2 seconds and I shall tell you. His name is Alwyn
Wilson.
No. Bodmere. Bodmer.
He's especially in prophecies, yeah?
Yep, that's what he chose to specialise in. Well, it's technically chronomancy, which is time, but it looks into the future and all that sort of stuff. So.
Okay, that's cool.
So there was a lot of books on prophecy in the library at Grey Hill Tower.
Okay, cool. So yes, you know that it will be locked away somewhere. It won't be on the floor here. It will be hidden away, perhaps below.
Okay. So in that case, I've been looking at the spells, but it doesn't say the range on a spell.
Okay. There is no real range.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Detect magic will be sort of something more local. It'll be more sort of something in your actual surrounding area. It wouldn't be. You wouldn't be able to go straight through ground and stuff like that, or through walls. It would, you'll be able to pick up when you pick up something, or go, actually be in its.
Okay.
In its closer to your presence, if that makes any sense. You don't have to actually be touching it, but if it's in, say, if it's in depend on the size of the room, but you know, an average sized room, you'll be able to just go, that thing there's magic.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So within like 5 meters or so.
Cool.
Yeah, probably about the size of this room. Not that you know the size of my bedroom.
I can guess from what I can see.
This-
Cool. Okay, no, that's all right.
So what are you
I
doing?
didn't know-
It is starting. Go ahead. Sorry. I talked
No,
over you.
the reason I asked is I just didn't know if it would give me sort of a general direction of where, like, a source of magic was or something like that. Because it says one of your senses, but
Just so you know
Sorry.
as well, you got a bag of books.
I do.
When you use a bag of books, it gives you +1 to your roll. Not that it would have helped you there, but
No.
it would give you, in general, you'll get a +1 to your
And
lore rolls, spell
do I
lore rolls.
need to say that before I roll the dice? I'm assuming.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily.
In the middle of your attempt, you whip out the book and go, hang on, I read about this.
Because it's not. We're not. A lot of the rules aren't set in stone. It's a more.
Okay,
It's
cool.
definitely more like.
GM's word is law.
It does say when your bag of books contain just the right book for the subject, you spout law on. Consult the book, mark off for use, and take +1 to your roll. So
Okay.
it depends. I mean, I'd assume it would make more sense to use it before you roll. But I mean, I'm sure if it's vitally important and I want you to get it, then I'll probably go, yeah, sure. Because there's
worries.
nothing worse than rolling a bunch of 6s when I'm trying to like advance the plot.
Fair enough.
So are you over there casting spells, or are you telling us any of this information?
Yeah, I'm just going to just tell you all about it. Sort of explain that a book as powerful as that, the mages wouldn't keep it on hand. It'd be locked away somewhere, maybe in a special vault, or if there was a head mage, maybe in his office, or even maybe in a specialist library somewhere where they would keep important tomes. So if that's what
they like have a thing so you could tell where all the books are, like, isn't it organized around
Card
here?
catalog.
if it
Or a
was
door.
if it was just on a normal shelf, then yes, we'd be
there
able to look up a catalogue. But if it's
Is there
hidden away somewhere,
Desk? Is there like any kind of big important desk in this room?
Well, yeah, like as Shah said, is there a library desk? Yeah, there would be, but the card catalogs, if the books are in piss poor shape here, the card catalog's going to be no use.
but also if
Desk
you
for a
keep
key.
if you're keeping something hidden and not on display, it's unlikely that they would have written in the card catalogue in Secret Vault Level 2.
True.
Like a good way to lose
Magical treasure.
All
There
right.
might,
Secret
there
treasures
might be a
room.
map with an X written on it somewhere that we can find.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have a wander around then, eh?
Yeah.
As I said, it is getting dark.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't do it at night.
Does anyone have a torch? Or
We
a
all have
magical
light
source
spells.
of light?
We all have light spells. Well, the two of us have light spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to just cast light on the end of my staff.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol and commune with Keanu as I cast guidance to try to get some idea of where we're going here. Can
you read it out for me, please?
Yeah. Guidance. The symbol of your deity appears before you and gestures towards the direction or course of action your deity would have you take, then disappears. The message is through gesture only. Your communication through the spell is severely limited.
Okay. Do you want to give me a
Wisdom.
cast spell roll, please?
Yeah.
Whatever it's called on.
12.
Nice.
Oh, bollocks.
Keanu provides, dude.
Well,
So what does this spell? So when it's successfully cast, what does this spell look like?
It's like a big glowy bong. I mean, holy symbol. Probably some.
She's not a surfer on a
Smoke sort of rolls out in a direction like a trail that you follow. You ever seen Alice in Wonderland? How the caterpillar's always below it, like the little puffs of smoke. It's probably like that.
Okay. So this smoke sort of billows out of this holy symbol. Your holy symbol is sort of like rather than like rising up, it sort of like sinks down to the ground. Heavy air was whatever, heavy air, dude, and it just sort of like billows out, folding over it. Almost like a bit like a slinky, but of smoke, where it's sort of like the smoke rolls or crawls across the ground. And it's sort of like it disappears into it disappears down one of the stacks, one side of the stacks in front of you. I assume you're following.
Yeah.
So yeah, you follow it down the stacks.
Well, like
it keeps going.
I don't know about anybody else. But...
And it opens up.
It's light.
And it opens up to another large area. And you see the smoke sort of slip down a crack, and you notice that on the ground. So this is beautiful marble ground, and there's like a large square. You can just make out like it's got a mosaic of a book, a glowing book, and this square is sort of it's probably over the years it's sort of sunk down. It's sort of fallen down a bit, and the smoke does a recess for it should be flush against the floor, but it's through years it's probably sagged, and earthquakes and earth tremors haven't done it any favors. So there's clearly what appears to be a secret entrance in the floor, and that's where the smoke disappears down the cracks.
I think they got one of those hidden door hole things. Like, I think we're supposed to go down there, guys.
All right, is there a handle?
Anybody bring a shovel?
Or one of those library metal bars that you can use to pound through the floor? I saw it in a movie once. I mean, I read it in a scroll once.
What are you talking about?
Is there a handle?
Carl, you're from the mining town, did you bring any tools?
So what's everyone else doing while this is happening? How many of you are following? Are any of you staying back?
I went with Brody.
Or you all just...
I was following the smoke going, ooh, this is pretty. I've never seen this before. Because we did not have magic or really that many clerics in my school.
Totally not catching a contact
or
bus.
life.
I was wandering around the shelves, kind of like, is there actually any good books in here?
None with pictures.
None with pictures, son of a bitch.
That's a different room. They keep those in the back.
No.
You have to go through the curtain.
They're on the top shelf as well.
God damn it.
And it wouldn't be very good neither, because it'd be like looking at stuff from the 60s. Do you know what I mean? In this day and age.
Oh God.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all. So I'm going to
nice.
follow.
Yeah, like we're women
follow
different
Brody.
shapes then.
Hairier.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go there, Weave. So I don't know why you.
You started this.
I didn't. He started it. Gator.
Claytor's looking for porn.
I'm just looking for porn and children's books. Oh God, that's wrong. But they don't. They both have pictures in it.
Wow.
I'm going to assume this is all inner monologue that Shar cannot hear.
Yeah. We all got a whole new perception of looking for porn in children's books.
They both have pictures in it. That's where my mind went.
Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna, after casting light on my staff, I'll follow Brody over and see what he's found.
Okay. So you see, like I said, you see what would have been flush against the floor and probably completely undetectable has probably dropped about 2 inches in the ground. So clear, when
quite obvious by now. Then
it was quite obvious that there's some, there's a way down.
Okay, looking for a handle or a switch. Or a button.
Yeah, so let's have a look around the
Okay. Do you want to
bookcase
give?
to see if there's any scratch marks to indicate which way it moves or any of that kind of stuff.
It's in an open area, so it's complete. So there's no book. So basically, all the bookcases are sort of like. So it's a large open space.
Oh, right.
So the bookcases are sort of set further back. So obviously, this was perhaps some sort of, you can see like there's probably a reading area around, where there's like tables in varying shapes of decay.
If I tap the stone with the end of my staff, does it sound different? So if I tap across it, does it sound hollow?
It does sound hollow, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend some time tapping on the stone while Weiss looks for Sarah looks for a switch.
You got to get Carl over here. He's used to digging in the ground.
That is true.
This is true.
Oh, wait,
This is
Carl.
true.
Wookie, you're really quiet for me. I can barely hear you.
Oh, really?
It's probably because you're sitting about 20 miles away from the mic. We might squeaky chair.
Is it better?
I still
now?
haven't.
Is that good or?
You're still quiet.
very
Still quite quiet.
All right, I'll try to turn the volume up.
So, have you found a switch yet?
I
Which is
can
right.
see nothing of any use right now.
So, Katel, sorry, I need.
So is this
Yeah, that's good.
okay?
So, are you calling Carl over?
Yeah.
So, Carl, what are you doing? You hear voices.
What are you guys? Where are?
Carl, we found porn.
I'm in the F
Children.
section. I'm in the F section of nonfiction. Where the hell are you guys?
Look for the light.
Oh, I'll be over there in a minute.
Yeah, you are in. By the way, unless you got a torch, you are in like darkness.
This is why I was looking for Braille.
Braille children's porn.
Oh my god!
It's a very special interest.
How do you do this, Clayton?
I don't know. My brain just doesn't work normally. Okay, so I eventually find them. All right, so what's up? What do you guys need?
We think they need a hole in the ground. Like, this is your area of expertise, right?
I mean, if you want to go mining, I don't think this is the appropriate spot.
Yeah, like, I think that whatever we're looking for is down here, man.
Okay.
Brody Smoke Cloud did a thing, and it went into the ground here, and we want to see what's in it because it might be pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Keanu's telling us to go check out this hole, man.
All right. Okay, so it's a hole. There's a cover. Could be a trap.
You got like a rock hammer thingy, right? Like you guys always carry those around, right?
Is he a dwarf? He's not
like
a
a
dwarf,
family
dude.
heirloom?
He's just short.
I wasn't being all discriminatory. He was just from a mining town. That's what they did, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just give me a second.
Carry rock hammers for fun.
I'm gonna like get on the ground and start tapping. Like, do I hear like a hollow sound behind the rocks?
Well, behind the fallen recess section, yes, it does sound hollow.
Okay, I'm going to look.
And you can hear it sounding hollow because there's a wizard
Banging
swatting
on
it
it
with his staff.
Whap, whap, whap. Okay.
It's about there. Just about here.
Thank you. So I'm gonna do trap expert.
Okay.
It is roll plus dex.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I roll? Do I just hit dex?
Just hit Dex,
The
yes,
little
please.
roll. 8.
8.
Okay. On a 79, you get to hold 1. Spend your hold as you walk through the area to ask these questions. So you can ask 1 question from the list of 3.
Do you have the list in front of you? Do you need them?
Yeah, I do. Is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it?
It's not a trap. It's a secret door. So we'll use the same thing anyway. We'll just
I got limited
It's a trap
options.
door. One of the pillars adjacent to it, houses a candlestick holder that's empty that you twist and it uncloses,
Opens.
Uncloses.
It uncloses the door.
It's not wrong.
Yet it is.
It's just wrong enough. I go over. Oh, it's one of these. This is simple. And I walk over and I twist the candelabra.
Okay. So you hear like gears turning, lots of grinding, as these gears that pull the door, the secret door back haven't probably been turned in decades. And the thing sort of the door starts dropping down first, gets a bit stuck, and then starts slowly grinding back. And as it pulls back from the sill, this rush of putrid. What's it called? Is it
Fetid.
Yeah, fetid,
Fetid.
putrid, smelly.
Not putrid. When you get, is it
Stale?
stale air? This rush of stale air sort of comes out, and it just smells of like ash and just probably, eggs and sulfur. Is it sulfur? Is that the
Yeah.
smell of
Sulfur,
eggs?
yeah.
Rotten eggs.
Yeah. So there's a smell of sulfur and
Ugh, who
it-
farted?
Thyret,
it just doesn't smell very nice. But yeah, it eventually grinds all the way back, and there's a set of stairs that lead straight down.
I should probably step off of it if it's moving.
I assume you would have. I mean,
Mm.
you're not thick. Your character's intelligent. He's not going to go, I'll just stand here and see what happens.
Wow.
But we're going to take our first break.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
So if you need to get yourself a cup of tea,
All right.
How long? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Do we need to mute or is we?
No, it's all good.
Oh,
Bye,
We
guys.
should be able to
Back
mute.
in 10.
We'll
Back
see you
in
in 10. Bye.
So yeah.